Good morning. My name is Hudson. I'm Minister Hudson, and I'm going to talk just very briefly about strongholds of the mind. In the book of 1 Corinthians 10:4 and 5, Paul writes, "The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they're mighty through God to pulling down strongholds, casting down imaginations and every thought that exalts itself against the knowledge of God." What I want to talk about briefly, I'm going to support this. Paul also supports it when he comes in the book of Romans 7:23. Paul states that he saw another law in his members warring against the law of his mind. 7:24. Paul said, "O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?" When we talk about the wretchedness of sin, we're talking about old sinful, old drug dealer, old alcoholic, old prostitute, old gambler. Who shall deliver me from the body of this death? Peter supports Paul. And when Peter says in 1 Peter 4:1, it clearly states, "For as much as Christ has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, that he would not live the rest of his time in the flesh, but to the lust of men, but to the will of God." We clearly must understand that Peter, Paul are talking about the mind and saturating the mind with the knowledge of God. Our weapons is the word of the living God. We must fill ourselves, fill our spirit up with his word. This is why it is clear in the book of Proverbs that he states, this book tells us clearly that thy word is hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee. The word must be hid in our hearts. That comes out of Songs, not Proverbs. We must put the word of God in a humble heart, a broken heart, and watch God do what he's going to do. Again, I thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you next week.